Okay, so I'm back for another video. This isn't Toastmasters per se, but I'm always going to make sure that I articulate my words. I'm always going to make sure I say my words right by articulating them, of course. And also, I'm going to make sure I try to talk for a good amount of time so I am able to get to a time that's respectable. So, today's topic I chose to talk about is going to be on having positive outlook on life. So to begin with, I think that I'm somebody who has a pretty positive outlook on life, no matter what's really happening in my life, because I know that I wouldn't be here right now if something negative is going to happen to me every day. Life isn't made for you just to be negative every day, no matter what situation you're in, no matter where you're at. If you try to bring yourself good karma, you try to be positive, you try to do the right thing, I always believe that you're going to find the right way and you're going to end up getting into a path that you want to get into. And I like to quote a Michael Jackson song name, and something that he talked about a lot in the song was smile. Smile when your heart is hurting. Smile even though it's hurting. I think that when you smile, you bring that positive outlook to your life, you'll be able to change your life really. Because I know there's a lot of negative Nancy's out there who kind of bring negative energy, and when you see their negative energy, it kind of brings down your energy, and it kind of just ruins anything. So maybe if you're in a group or something and they're like, oh man, we lost, and they just kind of start giving up slowly, you kind of give up yourself because their negativity becomes really infectious. But on the contrary to that, if somebody's being really positive and very happy and doing it through their actions in a group or any kind of setting in life, and you see that, the group's going to follow in that suit. So like a big convention, if the convention's very serious, let's say it's not even mad or happy or big or small, it could be a convention and the topic is serious. So if you see there's a bunch of people who are serious at the convention, you're not going to go in there and just start acting like a fool. So just an infectious personality is what the top leader is going to bring. So if you're going to be that leader in your life, like you're leading a convention, you can lead the convention to be a happy convention, a serious convention, a sad convention, anything. As long as you're the leader, you're going to want to be able to bring what you want to bring. So I always want people to bring happiness, because happiness is one of the best ways and things you can bring to people, because that actually helps your heart health, your mental health, every kind of health actually gets increased when you're happy, and it honestly just feels better even if you don't even think about all the mental and physical stuff. When you're smiling, that's much better than being sad and droopy. You'd rather it be sunny and bright outside than dark and cold and sad and all that, which is why I love the summer a lot more than I like the winter, which I'm in the winter right now, but that's why I like the summer a lot more, because it's a lot more happier, and I kind of see myself a little more happier because the daylight time, the days are longer, like Phineas and Ferb, the days are longer, the nights are shorter. So when it's 6 and 7 o'clock and 5, it's still bright outside in the summer, and it's just a lot more better vibes in the summer than by the time it's 5:30. It's dark in the winter over here where I'm at. So I just think that bringing happiness to your life will do you very well, and no matter what negative thing happens to you, try to always find the positive in it. So if you lose your job, you can be like, what could I have done? What could I have done better? This could be a blessing in disguise. I just said, that's so sad. But you can find best ways to get better with yourself instead of drooping that you lost your job. You could also have lost any kind of person in your life, whether that be a loved one or a best friend or anybody. You can be like, well, maybe that's what a sign that it was ready to move on, and it was a sign that worse things were to come if it kept happening. So that's just another way to look at something in your life, and maybe they'll even come back in your life if it's meant to be. And I think that a lot of things are meant to be, and I've seen that myself. I said again, I'm always gonna make sure I know. I think I have two right now, but I think stuff is always meant to be. So anything that happens, it's meant to be. whether you like it or not, whether you can change it or not, it's meant to be. And what can you do about it? You can't do anything about it. I figured out over these last 3 months that I can't do anything about it. This last month, really, I figured I can't do anything about it for something that I thought was going to happen, but it wasn't meant to be. And I figured out that if I can't do anything about it, what am I going to harp on it about anymore? I can't harp on something that I can't change. And if it's meant to happen, then it's meant to happen. So if you want to get something back in your life, or you want to get that job back, or you just want to get something back, or even just get something, it's either going to be meant to be. And you can change that a little bit with your actions. So if you lost your, let's say, your job or something, I'm trying to figure out something where you can lost and you're kind of getting it back. I guess a human is probably the best thing. So you lose your best friend, if you don't talk to them, I don't think meant to be is really gonna bring them back, especially if they're mad at you first. So stuff is of course meant to be, like I always think, but you can change that. So with your friend, I'm just circling back, but if you lose your friend, instead of not reaching out to them and just letting it die, if you think it's really supposed to be meant to be, to give them back, then you have to try yourself to get them back. So gaining their trust back. So that could be messaging them that you're sorry, seeing them in person, saying you're sorry, showing them ways that you are changing to help bring yourself back to them and gain their trust back. Or if it's meant to be that they just don't want to be with you anymore as your friend or your relationship partner, then it's just not meant to be, and at least you tried. So that's one way to kind of alter what is meant to be. But if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and you can't change that. And I think it's really been shown to me lately that some things are meant to be, and the only thing that I can do to combat that is either give it a try. It's number one, but also just stay happy through it and keep a positive mindset, because as soon as you let that negative mindset through, as soon as you let the devil get to you, then that's when you kind of end up losing the fight, and you kind of start losing yourself, or you really do just fully start losing yourself, because when you get those negative thoughts in your head, like I said, it's like a wave coming through your head, and nothing can really fight it off. Really, when it gets in your head, it's pretty hard to shake, and you have to keep that positive mindset. That's all I can say. I don't know where else I'm going with that. I think I got what I want to say out, but the overarching part of this video, and the talk of this video, is to always keep that positive mindset. And if something's meant to be, it's meant to be, whether you like it or not. But you can do something about it. Not fully, but you can do something about it. So always keep that positive mindset. And thank you again for listening to Justin and Nano. I looked up my name finally. I haven't put anything on the uploads in a minute, but it's Justin and Nano. So thank you for watching Justin and Nano. Whoever's watching this, maybe it's literally just me. So I don't know, but thank you for watching again. Thank you.